Good morning, all of you. So today we are going to see this about IEEE 802.11 stack in this wireless LAN. Here we are going to see this about this structure architecture stack part of this 802.11. In this part, we are going to see about the different standards that cover definitions for both MAC, that is a medium access control, and physical layer, right? So this is the MAC, that is a medium access control, and this is the physical layer that is given here. So here the three different layers we are able to see. This is a data link layer, this is a MAC layer, and this is a physical layer. So here now the standard currently defines a single MAC which interacts with the three physical sublayers, right? Three physical sublayers, that is a frequency hopping, this is the frequency hopping, then direct sequence, this is the direct sequence spread spectrum, then infrared, so this is the infrared. So फिजिकल लेयर में तीन सब लेयर्स भी है जो कि यहाँ पे हम लोग देख रहे हैं. After that, now the architecture of the physical layer comprises of the two sublayers for each station, right? Two sublayers for each station. So one is the PLCP, that is the physical layer convergence procedure, and second is the PMD, that is a physical medium independent sublayer. Now physical layer convergence procedure, that is a PLCP, that is a sublayer that is responsible for the carrier sense part of the carrier sense multiple access or collision avoidance protocol, we can say, right? So this is the PLCP sublayer that is responsible for the carrier sense part of this CSMA or collision avoidance protocol that prepares the MAC protocol data unit for the transmission, we can say. Here this MPDU, that is a MAC protocol data unit. So here the PLCP is for preparing the MAC protocol data unit for transmission, we can say, right? After that, the PLCP is also delivering the incoming frames from the wireless medium to the MAC layer. Then after the physical medium, this dependent part, that is providing the actual transmission and reception of the physical layer entities between the stations through the wireless media. So that is the physical medium dependent part. Actual transmission and reception is done in this. Here this PMD sublayer, that is providing the modulation or demodulation of the transmission. The modulation can be done in any form, either in the frequency, either in the form of time, either in the form of amplitude, right? So modulation and demodulation is done in this for this transmission through this PMD sublayer. Now frequency hopping, right? Here it is given, that is the spread spectrum, that is in the physical layer. FHSS, that is the short form for this. So this layer is doing what? That is carrying the clocking information to synchronize the receiver clock with the clock of the transmitted packet. So that is synchronizing one by one each and every packet from the receiver to the transmitter. Okay, so that we can be able to see whether a particular packet is gone in a sequence or not. Now after this is particular part, this FHSS PMD is also dependent. That is a physical medium dependent, is responsible for converting the binary bit sequence into the analog signal and transmit the PPDU frame into the air. PPDU frame into the air. So that particular binary bit sequence, that is 0 और 1 फॉर्म को एनालॉग सिग्नल में कन्वर्ट करने के लिए हेल्प करता है, दैट इज़ FHSS, एंड वो उसको ट्रांसमिट करने में हेल्प करता है, दैट इज PPDU, दैट इज फ्रेम इनटू द एयर. Now here that FHSS, that is also does this using this frequency hopping technique, we can say. It's frequency hopping technique. Now DSSS, that is a direct sequence spread spectrum, that is the PLCP, that is this, right? So this is responsible for what? That is responsible for synchronizing and receiving the data bits correctly. राइट सो डेटा बिट्स जो है वो करेक्टली रिसीव हुए कि नहीं हुआ वो चेक करने के लिए उसे इसको सिंक्रोनाइज करने में हेल्प करता है. दैट इज DSSS. इट ऑल्सो ट्रांसलेट्स द बाइनरी डिजिटल सीक्वेंस इनटू एनालॉग रेडियो सिग्नल्स एंड ट्रांसमिट्स द PPDU frame into the air. Right. After that, this physical layer operates within the ISM band, industrial, surgical, medical band we can say. So here this is the hidden terminal problem. Here it is given. Here the A, C and B, the three different mobiles, three different devices are there, right? So they are working in different range. So what here it is happening, hidden terminal problem के अंदर क्या है, यहाँ पे ट्रांसमिशन रेंज ऑफ A that is reaching B but not C. यहाँ पे देख सकते हैं हम लोग, right? This A that is reaching B, ये B वाले को रीच कर रहा है बट C को रीच नहीं कर पा रहा है. C A वाला कौन सा है, ये वाला, दिस इज A एंड दिस इज नॉट रीचिंग C. सो हियर सिमिलरली द रेंज C दैट इज रीचेज B बट नॉट A. तो C भी ऑपोजिट साइड में, यहाँ पे ये जो ब्लू पार्ट दिख रहा है दैट इज C एंड दिस रेड पार्ट दैट इज A. सो A is reaching B and C is reaching B, but they are not receiving each other. A is not reaches to the C and C does not reach A. So that because of the transmission range. So also the range B reaches both B, A and C. तो B वाला जो पार्ट है वो दोनों को रीच कर सकते हैं, A और C को. Now here, now node A starts to send something to B and C. ठीक है, so कुछ ना कुछ B और C को सेंड करना शुरू करता है but C doesn't receive this transmission. So here now we can see, so यहाँ पे जब उसने सेंड किया, send something to B and C, so but C doesn't receive this transmission क्योंकि A को उसकी रेंज तक नहीं पहुँच पा रहा है इसलिए. So now C also wants to send data to B and senses the carrier. So as it senses to be free, it also starts sending to B. तो हिडन टर्मिनल प्रॉब्लम कब ऑकर होगी, when the two nodes here that are outside each other's range so performs the simultaneous transmission to a node that is within the range of each of them resulting in collision. सो इस टाइप का मतलब दो नोड जो है दैट आर आउटसाइड ईच अदर्स रेंज, जैसे A और C है, दोनों अपने एक दूसरे की रेंज से बाहर है. सो वो दोनों क्या करेंगे, नोड को मतलब वो दोनों सेंड करना शुरू करेंगे, साइमल्टेनियसली ट्रांसमिशन होगा एंड विद इन द रेंज ऑफ ईच ऑफ देम एंड सो फाइनली कोलिजन होगा एंड दैट मीन्स दैट द डेटा फ्रॉम बोथ पार्टीज A and C विल लूज ड्यूरिंग द कोलिजन. तो A और C से जो भी डेटा आ रहा होगा फाइनली दैट पर्टिकुलर पार्ट विल लॉस. सो हिडन नोड्स मीन इंक्रीज्ड प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑफ कोलिजन एट द रिसीवर एंड वी कैन सी. तो रिसीवर एंड में मतलब वो पार्ट प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑफ कोलिजन बढ़ जाएगा. तो सॉल्यूशन इज व्हाट नाउ फॉर दैट, so that data cannot be lost, so that is to have the channel sensing range much greater than the receiving range. Another solution is to use the medium multiple access with the collision avoidance, that is MACA, that is part, right? Multiple access with the collision avoidance, so that part we have to use. That is the particular solution to for this hidden terminal problem. This is the one solution to avoid this, that is to have the channel sensing range much greater than the receiving range, right? So this is the particular hidden terminal problem we can see. Now here wired equivalent, now wired equivalent privacy, here we are able to see wired equivalent privacy के अंदर क्या है, that is a security algorithm for IEEE 802.11 wireless networks. Here the particular, that is a particular security algorithm है, ये particular part जो दिया है that is a security algorithm for IEEE wireless networks के लिए. अब इसके अंदर that is designed to protect the users from a casual eavesdropping उसका मतलब क्या है कि मतलब कि जो भी डेटा जो भी लॉस्ट होता है या फिर नहीं मिल नहीं पाता है तो उस सबको प्रोटेक्ट करने के लिए हेल्प करता है यूज़र्स को कैजुअल रिवर्स ड्रॉपिंग. तो इट वाज इंटेंडेड टू ऑफर द फॉलोइंग फैसिलिटीज़. So it is reasonably providing the strong encryption first of all, that is relies on the difficulty of recovering the secret key through the brute force attack. ब्रूट फोर्स अटैक मतलब एक बार एक वन बाय वन मतलब वो अलग अलग कीज़ को ट्राई करेगा, ठीक है, तो उसमें से कोई ना कोई की लग जाएगी, तो दैट इज़ अ ब्रूट फोर्स अटैक बोलते हैं उसके. तो उसमें मतलब वो इस तरीके से, अब ये यहाँ पे स्ट्रॉन्ग एन्क्रिप्शन का मतलब ये है कि ब्रूट फोर्स अटैक से वो चीज़ पॉसिबल नहीं हो पाएगी. सो द डिफ़िकल्टी ग्रोज विद द की लेंथ. So now self-synchronizing means what? Synchronizing means मतलब each and every packet contains the information required to decrypt it. ठीक है ना, हर एक पैकेट के अंदर डिक्रिप्शन पार्ट होगा. सो हियर देयर इज़ नो नीड टू डील विद द लॉस्ट पैकेट्स, राइट. सो एफिशिएंट पार्ट हियर इट इज़ गिवन. So that is what efficient means. What it is, it can implement in software with the reasonable efficiency. Now here exportable दिया हुआ, that is limiting the key length leads to the greater possibility of export, we can say. Now here the WEP algorithm, that is the RC4 cryptographic algorithm from the RSA data security, right. That is, this is a particular part algorithm that is using from the RSA data security. RC4 uses a stream cipher technique. Here the stream cipher technique is used through which the encryption is done, and here it is also a symmetric algorithm and uses the same key for both enciphering and deciphering. मतलब स्टार्टिंग में जो सेंडर जो है, जो ट्रांसमीटर है, वो भी तो सेम जो की यूज़ कर रहा है वही रिसीवर भी यूज़ करेगा. एनसाइफरिंग के लिए यूज़ करेगा सेंडर और डिसाइफरिंग के लिए यूज़ करेगा receiver. For each transmission, the plain text is bitwise XORed with a pseudo-random key stream to produce the cipher text. जो particular cipher text जो भी है, particular जो main message है, उसके लिए हम लोग को क्या करना पड़ेगा, bitwise XORed part is done with the random key stream. For decryption, the process is reversed, right? Now this part we will continue in the next. Otherwise the lecture will, otherwise the whole chapter will be over, as not that much part is left now for this, right. So we will continue in the next part. Thank you for this, and if any doubt you can ask me through the WhatsApp or the comment section in YouTube.